Holly, it is questionable why she was recording Erica Stefanko. It is questionable why Erica Stefanko said these things, and it is questionable why Cindee Cobb held on to the tape for so long. But especially since what the defense said is that perhaps Cindee Cobb is the one who helped in this murder plot of Ashley Biggs, that she was the one who made that call to the Dominos. What's your perspective on this?
After the close of evidence, you can't just introduce a concept that you never addressed really well in court. So in closing statement, defense counsel says maybe it was Cindee, but we didn't hear him question Cindee about that. We didn't hear them introduce any other evidence about it. Instead, when we say what evidence logically, if we were to take emotions out of it, we said what evidence logically supports the claim that somebody made the call to Domino's. We have several different accounts by Erica to both her mother-in-law, Cindee, in the recorded conversation, and also to her friend, her neighbor, the godparent to her children that testified, saying that Erica admitted that she helped and carried this plan out, parked in the cornfield, and said all these atrocious things about Ashley at a casual dinner party hosted at this godmother's house. So I find that to be a really, listen, I respect the fact that defense counsel has to do a Hail Mary pass in closing statement. That's exactly what this was. But I don't see any actual tangible introduced evidence because the jury is only allowed to consider what has been presented to them at the start of the case and the close of the evidence before the argument of closing. Closing is the argument. It's the persuasive piece, but it's not the actual things that the court's supposed to consider. In fact, the attorneys have to reference the evidence that's been introduced during trial. So technically, I've got a real problem with the introduction of that concept, but it's probably very interesting to the jurors. And so I think one thing I also want to say, Jesse, is that I liked this witness. I liked Cindee Cobb's answers. They were concise, they were clear, and therefore believable. We juxtapose that with her son, Chad. I don't know, sir. That's not really what I did. Everybody hates that. So I thought that Cindee did a really great job. She was either well prepared or she's telling the truth as she recalls it. But I found her testimony to be believable.
You know what, Holly? You know who really is banking on that testimony? The state. They had an opportunity to address what you had just mentioned by the defense. They had an opportunity to address this in their rebuttal closing argument. Take a look.
You will never